even babe is like a lot for me too. And I know she like to say that a lot.
Oh my God. So you want me to stop calling you babe? Damn.
Yeah, like
Yeah?
that's yeah.
My audio's on. Guys, hey, welcome to the Black Banana One. Listen, let me be real with you. I done told you, didn't I? I told you, listen, when I tell you things, I need you to listen. Yeah. When I warned you about Ace, I told you about the ladies getting excited about Ace because he held Jeremiah accountable. He didn't hold Jeremiah accountable. I keep telling you guys this. You need to pay attention to how men speak. Men don't do what Ace does. When Ace was being messy and trying to be in everybody's business, trying to warn Jeremiah and then trying to get into talks with Huda, I told you about Ace. Ace is a little bit of a snake. I can't lie to you. But it's understandable. It's a game show. At the end of the day, whether it's Love Island, it's a game show. So I understand that everyone's got to play their roles. But I warned you about Ace. On this episode, he showed us who Ace really is. For Ace, the whole thing of Ace is he wants women to chase him. He doesn't feel safe emotionally to be able to commit to any kind of woman without them chasing him. He's allowed Shelly to try and chase him. He's allowed Amaya to try and chase him. And in fact, with Amaya, he specifically actually put what we call thick boundaries between himself and Amaya. Told her, listen, don't touch me, don't kiss me, don't hug me, don't call me babe, don't even look at me. Yeah, that's where Ace is at right now. Don't even look at me, but I chose you, so you should be blessed and you should be grateful that I chose you. Are you all right, Ace? Yet simultaneously, he was questioning Jeremiah and Huda's relationship. Oh, they're falling too quickly. You're not falling at all. That's the problem we're seeing. You're not even engaged in this, bro. And so when I warn you about people like Ace, I've told you about him. We're gonna go a deeper dive. I'll do another video. I want to do a deep dive a little bit later on. I'll do a deep dive because he's somebody who I believe exhibits what we call dismissive avoidant tendencies when it comes to attachment styles, because he actually deactivates. So when you saw with Amaya, he specifically deactivated her. Like he made sure she cannot emotionally connect. Right now, Amaya's got her own issues because she talks too much and doesn't listen very well. That's her problem. Amaya's issue, like Austin, is that they talk too much and they don't listen very well. So what ends up happening is they think they're connecting with somebody and there is no connection. But because they're talking so much and so giggly, they think they're connecting with the person. They're not connecting at all. You got what I'm saying to you? So it's really important that you pay attention to that. Okay. But, look, quick ones. Olandria. Can I just say, listen, love her, beautiful. She, if that's my type, you know what I'm saying to you? But can I be honest with you? Okay. Sis, it was given a little bit snaky. You mean to tell me that you go and snitch on Nick in front of all the girls and talk about, oh, I didn't really know. But the girl that needs to know, oh, I didn't know you didn't know. Oh, you didn't know, you didn't think you do you not think that maybe you should have a conversation because you saw them sneaking around? No, you think you're slick, and I don't like that. I don't like that kind of behavior. It was given a little bit of a hater. Like her and Ace are like that together. For me, her and Ace are like this together. They're kind of snakish in a way when they start hating on everybody else that's connecting. And it's because they themselves emotionally don't connect very well with people. Like when they're connecting with the opposite sex, there's so much fear for them when they connect that when they see other people connecting, they have to almost hate on it. It's like, there's no need. Babe, if you wanted to say something about Nick, which I think you should have, pull Sierra aside. Oh, I didn't know you didn't know. How would you not know? How would you not know? Babe, why are you telling the whole group? You saw them sneaking off into a photo. You saw them sneaking off into soul ties. So no one else saw it. So you know that wasn't meant to be told. You should have gone and told Sierra solo, but you didn't. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So let's not pretend that. I don't like that snakish behavior. And I saw that because she did the exact same thing with the Jeremiah and Huda situation where she was like, oh, I feel like, I told Huda, like, I think Jeremiah was love bombing you. Baby, what do you mean he was love bombing you? Huda herself is obsessed with Jeremiah. And I mean, obsessed. So why is it only one-sided? Why can't you see multiple sides? Why is it you only see the fact that Jeremiah could be love bombing your girl Huda? Why can't you say that Huda could be herself be moving mad and that she has jumped into this thing way too quickly? Or you didn't clock the fact that she was lying and omitting information herself, but you want to talk about Jeremiah love bombing? I'm like, yeah, you don't see things on a balanced equation. I don't like that. But that's you. You know what I'm saying to you? Let's talk about the fact that obviously as well quickly that Olandria and Taylor have a situation. In fact, let me play a little clip for you guys because Olandria and Taylor had a conversation. Let's keep it a buck. That boy don't like her. Personally, from my perspective, I've been wrong before and I'll probably be wrong again, but I don't think he likes her. He's kissing her now, but I don't think he likes her. I'm just being honest with you. He don't like her. He don't like her, and I think it's because he's never really sure about Olandria and where she really falls. And my thing about Olandria is that she's trying to earn it. See, Olandria, when she first started, was like Taylor bringing her breakfast in the morning, blah blah blah. Today on this episode or episode 7, she decided to go and make him breakfast. Oh, I got a graft. Why are you grafting? No, Taylor, Olandria, why are you grafting? Olandria, why are you grafting? And then I deeped it because you see, for her, when it comes to emotional connection, she struggles. As you saw the conversation between her and Taylor later on, she struggles to be vulnerable. So what she needs in a relationship is also oftentimes a lot of toxicity. And the toxicity is that she always has to prove her worth. And so it's almost like she can't sit still and let them come to her. So in this particular instance, she said, I got a graft. What? Graft what? Graft what, Ollie? Graft what? The boy, I thought you already had the boy already. Why are you grafting? And I realized, no, because that makes her feel safe. When she's grafting, that's when she feels secure. That's when she feels safe. When she's earning it, that's when she feels safe. She can't rest. Because really and truly, there was nothing to graft. Now, all that should have been done was that have a conversation, talk to him, and then let him know that you're open to the connection. That was all that would have been needed. But she added a little extra part, and I was like, okay, cool. There's more to the story. But really and truly, I don't believe their connection.
In case you're waiting for a green light from me, this is that. It don't gotta be nothing drastic. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Your hand on my leg, like just something very.
These two, I don't know what it is, but look, I ain't really seen Taylor ever really look at her in the eyes. Have you noticed that? Taylor always be looking away from her. Whenever they're talking intimately, it looks away. Why? More than likely, either doesn't like her, or 2, he's got an avoidant tendency, and he also struggles with emotional intimacy, which makes sense as to why both of them are struggling to get physical in any particular capacity. Now, we know that later on, Taylor ends up kissing her. I hear it. But people do things and really don't actually feel it. People go through the motions. People will do things just to see if they can, if it was work. If it does, let me just see if this will make sense, because he already told us. In fact, he told Ace. He told Ace that he's struggling with the physical attraction aspect. Huh? He's struggling with that. Why is he struggling with that?
I'm trying to tell you, she's not gonna wait forever. You feel me?
I didn't even get the clip. Hold on. I was gonna get a clip for you guys, but I couldn't get it. I missed the clip. He actually tells Ace that he's struggling with the physical intimacy aspect, or even the physical attraction aspect, if it's not there, and so I'm like, okay, if you're struggling with that, blood, there's probably not going to be no comebacks on this one, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? Probably going to be no comebacks on this one, because when physical attraction isn't there, it's very difficult to actually make that work. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm intrigued to find out how it's going to work.
Yeah, it's something there, but it's just like, if the physical attraction there, physical attraction there. If it's not there, it's not there. Like, I don't even know how to even get that physical attraction.
Just cooking for your dumb ass.
Okay, when a man says, I don't know how to get that physical attraction, the physical attraction isn't there, yeah, it ain't there, bro. There ain't no comebacks. It's done. It's cooked. It's finished. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, you're going to force it. He's cooked. He's finished. It's done. There ain't nothing coming back to this. Okay? All right? So the reality of the situation is, this ain't it. As somebody said, I don't think he goes for sisters at home. I don't think he goes for sisters either. I don't think he goes for it doesn't look like he goes for the girls at home. The way that he's moving doesn't feel like it. Every time he feels like he's very distant away from Olandria. I think Olandria senses that, but she's also distant. So I don't see it for them two. You know what I mean? I know they kissed later on in the photo booth and everything like that, and it looked all sexy and steamy. Yeah. But it wasn't it. Okay? It was not it at all. Okay? Now, quickly, Jeremiah and Huda, I'm going to be very honest with you. Okay? All right? These two, let's be free. Let's be real. Jeremiah, Huda, I like them. Okay? I really do. But there's a problem. Okay? There's a problem on both sides. I think there is a bit of speed. They are very quick. But I think there's something else that's even a bigger issue. There was a conversation that was had at the table. I don't know if you guys actually clocked it, where she asked him, is he still open? Okay, I got a little clip here for you. She asked him, is he still open? And he kind of said he is. Okay, so, he didn't say he's closed off. And I said, oh.
I love alcohol. That's like the most food thing I love the most.
I guess you're right.
I like really closing off.
Nah, I mean, this is early.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the fact that she asked, first of all, the fact that she's even asking that, yeah, it's a problem. And the fact that he's also saying no. But fair play to them. He's shown that he's shown his behavior has been that he's not tried to like go against or tried to talk to anyone. You know what I'm saying to you? But maybe that's what Ace was also sensing, that maybe he's not being all the way honest. He wants to be a bit more free, but maybe he's thinking about the money, because he did mention in the last episode. Like I said, when he mentioned it a couple of episodes ago, when she told me she had a kid, I said, he gonna definitely play some games. So I think there's a real connection between the two of them. But I think the brother, if he had options and choices, I think he would choose somebody else. But Huda's a baddie. If she never had a child, I think it'll be a lock-in. But the fact she has a kid, it's not a lock-in automatically, and that's understandable, you know. But he may need to be a little bit more honest about that, because if somebody comes in that's gonna be turning his head, he gonna be in trouble. He gonna be in trouble. He gonna be in trouble. Okay, quick. Let's talk about Nick and Sierra, because let me be honest with you. Yeah, people are lying out here. Nick, Sierra, you are a whole liar, Nick.
Lay down the law, but honestly, when I look at him and he's got these big green eyes and this soft smile, it really is hard to be stern with.
Okay, so like I always tell you guys, listen, why is no one saying, oh, I can see the narcissism in Nick? Why is it Olandria's not coming out and saying, oh my God, I can just see how Nick is just a player. I can see how he's love bombing, you know, and I can see how none of this conversation comes out. But for Jeremiah, you have all this chat. The internet has chat for Jeremiah. The house has chat for Jeremiah. But none of you saw Nick. None of you saw Nick coming. The boy has lied. Omitted information sounds sweet. He lied. Okay? Did not tell Sierra that he wanted to kiss Bella. The truth of the matter is this. Bella wasn't putting out. He did not see an option of Bella actually putting out in the long run. He thought it would be too long before she actually put out. He did not like her. He didn't want to have to stay in a situation where he might not get the sex. I understand that. So what he did is that he went away. He ended up with Sierra. Sierra's a cool vibe. But what he then ended up seeing was that Bella was willing to be more open. So he tested the waters. He wanted to kiss her. He kissed her, found out, you know what, blood, I don't know how far it's going to go. I don't have enough time to see how it's going to go. Recoupling happened. She got to go. Right? Because really and truly, who's going to give you more output? Sierra's going to give you more output. Who are you more likely to get sex from? Sierra. So guess what? Sierra's going to be one you're going to choose, right? Now, the problem is he never told Sierra that he kissed Bella and made Sierra look like an idiot in front of all the other ladies, but also the whole island, because you didn't tell her this truth. You hid this truth from her. And that's diabolical, right? Because really and truly, that's some gameplay stuff, right? He should be called out. You know what I'm saying to you? Instead, we've got way too much conversation about whether Jeremiah and Huda are going to be a good relationship or not, or whether they love bombing each other or not. Too much conversation about Jeremiah and Huda. We ain't got enough conversation about Sierra and Nick, and calling out Nick's behavior. You know what I'm saying to you, right? So for me personally, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, we're moving on, man. Now, let me talk about some other things here real quick. Let's talk about some other things here, because we need to talk about this. Austin, did you guys catch it? No. Go. Did you guys catch it? I hope you caught it. Okay, I hope you caught it. Did you clock Austin? Because Austin is complaining about Shelly still having her options open with Ace, which I understand where he's coming from. But sir, you and Amaya are sneaky little bastards. You know exactly what. I'll play a clip. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if you remember this part of the show.
When?
Yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Have you told anyone?
Sesh. And we had a little makeout sesh, a little on the docks.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. So yesterday, Austin and Maya had a little kiss. Okay? Austin and Maya had a little kiss. So I know I think it's before the choosing, right? I don't know if it was before the choosing or not. I can't remember. But they had a little kiss. Now, I don't remember seeing that. I must have missed that part of the episode. I don't know if I missed it or whatever. But they had a little kiss. Okay? And so actually, I'm like, wait, hold on a minute now. Austin, you've opened yourself up to Maya and you've kissed her? And you complain about Shelly being open still? Bro, oh, you think you're slick, but we caught you. So you're still open. So maybe you should lock it off of Shelly and then focus on Amaya. But you keep your options open just like she is, because people that they actually want are not locking it down. Interesting. Now, Amaya's also interesting because she didn't let us know. She ended up kissing Austin last night before too. So what you know, her trying to force Ace into a position of wanting her, liking her, or I liked you. You was out here kissing, baby. And you did that quietly too.
When?
Yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Have you told anyone this?
No, that's why I said just keep it between me and you.
What?
After picking.
So obviously, you know, Ace and Amaya have been kissing the night before. So obviously that's probably going to start again, probably a little bit later on as well. But we need to watch out for these kind of behaviors because I like Amaya, but Amaya is very emotional and she just needs to learn how to. It's okay to be emotional. It's the way you're displaying your emotions. It's the way that you react. I think Amaya has every right to feel angry, hurt, and pissed off with Ace because he actually played her. He did, yeah. I don't care what Ace says. He thinks he's been okay with his behavior. No. Since you would like to talk about Jeremiah, let's talk about you. You playing. Okay? You were playing and you then decided to keep Amaya at bay because really and truly, you want people to chase you. You want people to be so in love with you so that you feel safe enough to be able to step in. That's such a fearful, avoidant kind of perspective, dismissive, avoidant kind of perspective in that aspect, right? But that's the truth of what was happening here. Okay, so I felt like Amaya had every reason to feel the way she did. I didn't have a problem with it.
So I'm sorry, Ken. I'm sorry.
You good.
How you feel though?
It takes me a minute to warm up.
It don't take him a minute to warm up. He's lying, and that's a problem. The problem with Ace is that, like everybody else who says that it takes me a minute to warm up, they're lying. Most people, 90% of people who told you I'm a slow burner, they're lying. They're not. You're just not the right kind of person. I'm gonna be real with you. Everybody, listen. When a woman tells you, "Oh, I've never done this before," she's about to lie to you, bro. Okay. When a man goes, "Oh, I don't usually," they're lying to you, bro. You are not the first one. Okay. All right. Oh, I don't usually. They're lying to you, bro. Okay. They're lying to you. Whenever they start the whole, "I don't usually," it's you don't usually. So why is it that you're doing it this time? Why am I not an exception? Because they don't want you like that. You get what I'm saying to you? All right, because exactly, Amanda. I was going to say that we know he's lying because he kissed Amanda because he kissed Shelly on the head, right? Pulled a little trick of smell myself, and she actually dropped her head, kiss on the forehead. So you're lying, and that's why I keep telling you when people start telling you they're moving slow, I go, I don't want to hear it anymore. Reason being, not because I want to move fast, but because the reality of the situation is you're capping, and I don't have time for people who are capping. Oh no. I'm a slow. Get the hell out of. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man, with all that nonsense. Okay, all right. Enough. There's something also you need to pay attention to, and I told you about Ace as well. Something that happened in episode 6. Maybe I'll do when I do my full breakdown. Maybe later on I can give you this. In episode 6, there was something that happened, but just when I clocked him, Ace is a very smart and clever boy. He's very different from all the other boys. All the other boys are but much laddie, and they lead with their penises. Let me put it this way, okay? They move with their penises, meaning they move on instinct. No, not with Ace. Ace is an observer. That's why Ace is even more dangerous than all of the boys put together. If you listen to episode 6, if you go back to day 6, when they were talking amongst the boys, the boys asked and said, "Oh, Ace, why is it you haven't told us about what's going on with you? Everybody has told you about what we're going on with. You haven't told us what's going on with you." If you notice Ace doesn't share with the rest of the group. If he's sharing anything, it's with Nick, and it's with is it Charlie? I think it was, or whatever, right? He doesn't share with everybody. And specifically definitely don't share with Jeremiah, because he's hunting for Huda himself. But there's a lot of that behavior. But he's very clever in the sense of he uses his avoidance attachment style and then observes other people and then pulls people into his orbit and then pretends as if he doesn't know what he's doing, right? He pretends as if he doesn't know what he's doing. But if you watch his body language, just watch his body language here. Watch what's happening.
Yeah.
What you be calling your partner when you're in a relationship?
Boom, here. This body language here, right? He never touches Amaya. If you notice, the same thing happens with Shelly too. He's always very much at a distance from the person, making it as if he'll say things, "I like you, I think you're cool, you're very pretty, you got a pretty smile," but then he never closes the gap. So what's happening is, if you're somebody who only understands words but doesn't wait for actions, you will assume that actually he really likes you. No, he's gaming you. He's gaming you. He's speaking to your ears, hoping that you will make a move. It's a game of chicken. Who gonna move first? And he ain't gonna move. So when he's very cool and relaxed, all right, he did the same thing and look at this. Watch this now.
My partner?
Yeah.
I usually make up a nickname for them, like my own personal nickname.
Yeah.
Or
still very cool, still very calm, still very collected. Okay, all right, still very calm, still very collected. And he's gaming her because he can see that she's getting emotional, right? He can see she's getting emotional, and what's gonna happen? You're gonna do the exact same thing later on. Okay, you're gonna do the exact same thing later on when they have a conversation. Him and Amaya have a conversation about the situation between themselves, right? He's always always keeping a distance between himself. Never lets them get too close. Watch it again. Look at the distance. Once more again.
Understandable. I asked you what you call your partner. Like, what
Yeah, you were
said
really,
babe.
you were
And-
smart for you. I see
And you
what
said
you
babe.
did.
So I'm confused.
Babe, oh my God.
So what you have to realize is he never. If you watch carefully, he intentionally doesn't face her. In fact, I saw this also with Shelly. Shelly does the same thing that he does, because you see, when a girl really likes you, their body language usually is that they're trying to connect with you, so they use their body to connect with you. They don't have to get close to you, but they have to face you. When men are oftentimes not as emotionally attached, either they don't like you or they're just not emotionally attached very well. They have very strong avoidant vibes. What you'll realize is that their body doesn't face you. Their body is not facing you because they don't want you to feel like they're connecting with you. So when you're seeing Ace, he's always turning his body.
God, you see, I really do not mean it intentionally. I don't, Ace.
Body's facing us rather than facing her. You see what I'm saying to you? Whereas her body's more contorted towards him. And she did the exact same thing when she was on the couch. And Shelly did it as well in episode 6. The reason why this happens is because, again, you are the one that is feeling the emotions. You're the one that's liking me. You're the one that's feeling me. You're the one that's getting drawn in. But he's maintaining his position. So he will turn his head because that's what he's connecting with. But the rest of the body's not going to follow. Right? It's very clever. It's subconscious, but it's very clever. And so actually, if you listen to his tone as well.
Fucking don't. It's just part of my lingo. You're not getting what I'm saying.
I really don't. So make me understand.
Man said, listen, I really don't get what you're saying. So make me understand. No. You're going to invest your time. Okay. Invest your time. Okay. Invest your time. Invest your time. And so his calm tone lets you know that he's not getting stressed. You are. And it's going to stress you out even more. And Maya is too emotional presenting. She needs to chill a little bit. Her and Huda are very similar. They're too emotionally, they don't pay attention to what's going on. It's everything emotion. And what tends to happen is and that's what I was saying, like, as an advice to her, it's not that you can't be emotional. Give yourself time. I realized that Amaya still hadn't processed the information that came to her. When people get emotional, you have to understand, you need to process what's going on with you first. Process what's going on with you first. Deep what emotions you're feeling first. Then go and have a conversation with someone like Ace. The reason being is because you need to be assertive in knowing what you feel. When you go there going, and she did it the first night. The first night they had a conversation, and she was annoyed about the fact that he told her this information. She said, "Oh, I feel like you're a player," but couldn't explain what he meant by he's a player. Oh, I know what you meant. But you're talking on feelings, and that ain't gonna solve no issues, right?
No, you might feel like I do want to be honest with you when it comes to me wanting to be open and she or like super like kissing outside of the challenges, unless like.
I feel like this conversation could have waited until tomorrow. I don't know. It's kind of giving.
Now pause it here. Once she said, "Listen, this conversation could have waited until tomorrow," she should have waited until tomorrow. Something I'm learning very much as well myself is when you are in an emotional state and you're emotionally aroused, conversation never goes well. I want to be real with you. Conversation never goes well. And again, I want you to notice something. Body language. Look at the body language. Look at the body language. Look at the body language once more again. You need to pay attention to what's happening. When you are somebody who you're very much emotionally wired, this is not going to serve you well to have conversations when you're emotionally that, you know what I'm saying to you? So as soon as you start feeling yourself getting to a place where you're very emotionally energized, and you realize that you're about to go over the top, you need to cut it yourself. You need to say, look, you know what? This conversation is going somewhere, and I realize that I'm not in that emotional state right now. I need to go and gather myself. Give me an hour or two, or maybe we can talk about this tomorrow. Let me sleep on it. Because if you know you're an emotional person, this is not the time to have an emotional conversation when you've not processed your emotions. Do not let them rush you into a conversation that is not going to be beneficial for you long term. You see, you like your emotions too much, like you like sugar. I love sugar, by the way. You like sugar the way you like your emotions. You are constantly indulging in your emotions. So when you always are indulging in your emotions, what tends to happen, I love that word, Amanda. Thank you very much. When you are reactive, I love that word. What happens is you lose sight of the goal. So in this conversation here, she was hurt, but has she processed it? No, because what information has been told to him, when you're in that situation, and this is something I'm learning myself, sometimes information comes in and you really don't need to speak. You just need to be like, okay, oh, that's heavy. I'm not able to process it right now. Can I just tell me a bit more? I'll listen and I want to go over it. I want to go over it and I want to process it. That gives you the ability to understand where the person's coming from and then be able to really understand, where am I coming from? Because what is it that I actually want? Have I assessed where I'm coming from and what I want? Then that doesn't lead you to the next conversation, which happens later on in the day, where she tries to come again, right? She tries to come again to talk to him. And the conversation doesn't go well again because in reality, she had not processed her feelings in the situation, right? So when she's here again, she hasn't processed the emotions. What she should be looking at is processing it so she knows what she's doing, right? Process your emotions.
Okay, you're right. I will respect your boundaries and I won't hold your hand.
Now, as you said, you know, I'm going to get annoyed. I'm getting irritated. I'm getting frustrated. You're getting irritated and frustrated, but you need to process what's going on with you. Process what's going on with you, then attack the problem. And I'm telling you, you'll be able to see him through it. That's how men catch women off guard. It's that women tend to have conversations on the wrong land. If you're in warfare, you don't want to give the advantage to your enemy on a territory that on a landscape that they know very well. You might need to change the terrain. The terrain needs to be changed. If you know you're an emotional person, it's not the time to have this conversation that, whoa, okay, you know what? I hear you and thank you for telling me. I need to process this. I'm going to come back to this conversation. Let's nip it in the bud for now. I'm going to come back to this conversation because I know how I am. I'm going to get emotional. I'm probably going to cuss your ass out. And I don't want to get in that space. I'd rather just process it and then think about it and then come back. And that's important. But hey, look, my time is up. Listen, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you. We'll be back again later on for another one of these lives. Much love, much appreciation. Ta-ra.